Hi, I'm Todd.
And I'm Wade, and every week we do a podcast.
A podcast?
Well, it's kind of like a radio show, but no music, and it's cool.
We talk about all things geeky and pop culture related. You know, comics, movies, video games, weird stuff.
And we have special guests.
Really? Special guests?
So we decided to film some to show you what it's like.
Welcome to
Geek Speak Live.
Thank you. Welcome to another episode of Geek Speak Live. It's a mad podcast tonight. We've got a great guest in, but my co-host with the most joining me tonight, the fantastic
Wade Copson on Pots and Pans.
He's straight into his name. He knows his own name.
That's
I'm
right.
Todd Bailey, of course, your host, and our special guest tonight. He is a prop maker extraordinaire. Has worked on a number of great short films as well as a beautiful stage production this year. Our friend Nick Scotney. Hello, Nick.
How you going?
Good. Now you think you're Batman some days, don't you?
I'm Batman.
Oh, I love how he does the voice. He's a tall. If you haven't seen Nick, we'll get him. There'll be a shot on Facebook to show just how tall he is.
Nick,
I'm
Nick,
a
just
short
stand
ass.
up now. Just stand up now. Yeah, he's out of the shot.
Great. We just had a crutch shot.
Let's sit up on that shot.
What a great way to start the episode. A crutch shot of Nick.
Hey, it's something for everyone tonight.
Now, Nick, you work in cinema. You
Yes.
you work for the big corporations, but you projectionist, usher, front of house. You've done everything up
Bit
there.
of everything everywhere.
The only thing you haven't done is of course make the movies up there. Have you?
Oh, I've put the films together, but not actually make the movies, yes.
We're not going to get like a Nick cut of like Batman Begins or something like that.
Oh.
It'd probably be better than it actually
Well, they
was.
could just take the third reel out of it and go straight to the credits.
Yeah, how good would that be? Anyway, Nick, you are, of course, a prop maker. Now, you've made some... You've got some props here tonight that you've brought in. We're going to be showing
Yes.
throughout the show. I've got to talk straight away about it. This year, you did a big one, Steampunk Richard III.
Yes, we
Tell
did
us a little bit about it.
Well, that one I actually got... First time I've ever done a big full production, sort of things like that.
Yep.
I kind of got dobbed in by one of my friends who sat there with the director and went... They're like, oh, we need someone else to do it. So he's like, Nick will do it. Nick. So I have to thank my friend Katie for that one.
Did you get paid for it?
I got paid for it. I actually
Wow.
got paid to make props.
Did you? Was it good
Yes,
money,
and costumes. It actually wasn't too bad considering normally I don't get paid. So
Well, it's the uni, so the uni's got money to burn, don't they?
Now, of course, it was an outdoor production.
Yep, Shakespeare in the Park.
Shakespeare in the Park. Now, it was a steampunk version.
Yeah, it was.
Tell us a little
it was
bit
a bit
about
of
that.
a mix of everything in it. Pretty much the director of it this time around, he wanted something different, so he was like going for that industrial, almost Lady Gaga sort of, where it was that mix of
Wow.
yeah,
Gaga.
the bright,
Lady Gaga
colourful.
steampunk.
That's
That
scary.
could be kind of cool. Bit of duct tape and gears.
Wow.
Meat hanging off her.
Yeah, so we've just went through and kind of took those characters and stuck them in this really cool.
You know, as a single guy, there's nothing more attractive than a lady who brings meat. But, you're like, are we having a barbecue or on a date? What are we?
Bit of both.
As long as she doesn't pull out a sausage, we're fine.
Hey.
Anyway, you were saying, so it was a bit of a twist on the traditional Richard
Yeah,
III
we went
tape.
through that one. Kind of just want to make it cool. Pretty
Now,
much. New
how many
generation.
actors? How many roles first?
It was about 32 roles.
Oh, that's a lot of... And
we
how many
had
actors?
6 actors playing those 32 roles.
That's a lot. So that's a lot of quick costume changes you
Some
had to
very
organise?
quick ones. Originally they were meant to be really quick, but
Yeah.
they managed to kind of break it up a bit. So we got 10 seconds and 20
Kind of like
seconds.
the rip the pants off in one, then your pants...
Velcro down the side.
Velcro down
Funnily
the
enough,
side.
there is a lot of Velcro in those
Was there?
costumes. We had corsets and big, massive bustle dresses that were pretty much rip. We even had one
Wow.
one of the
When you-
girls stepped away and it left her.
When you say bustle, I just flash back to Tombstone with Val Kilmer when he says to Big Nose Keith, "Why, Keith, you're not wearing a bustle."
Bustle.
Do you know, I never knew what that was for years, what a bustle was, but I love that movie, by the way.
It's a
Val
good
Kilmer.
movie.
Before he became an idiot, Val Kilmer, he was good back then.
Before he become Batman.
Before he became the voice of Kit in that really bad Knight Rider remake. Have you seen that yet?
Was that him?
That's
There
it.
you
He's the
go.
voice of Kit. There you go.
Now, did they carry him on throughout the entire season? Was it just the pilot?
He was only the pilot because he was probably too difficult to
There was
work
a whole
with.
series.
Unless they just got a real good sounder like to go the whole series.
Did anyone else watch Hollywood Treasures the other night, where
No.
he went to this place in LA that have all the old Hollywood cars, car movies?
Wow.
Remember? Car movies. Movie cars is what I meant. And
Right.
in there was the Mustang that they had for the remake of Knight Rider.
Okay, yeah.
And he took it for a burl around, everything, the little red lights at the front.
I don't know
and-
if you could...
What?
it's a Ford, the new one.
The only
It's a
cool thing
Mustang.
about that was the fact I had little flashy red lights in the front.
But the original wasn't. You know,
What was the original? Anyone know what the original was? Audience, does anyone know? Yes, audience participation.
It's a Trans Am, wasn't it? It's a
Was it a Trans Am?
Yeah.
You sure you're not thinking of Burt Reynolds in
Smoking the Bandit.
Smoking the Bandit? Because that was a Trans
They just got the same car and just put the
The
LEDs
flashy
in
lights
front
spray
of it.
painted over the gold
How
eagle.
cool would Burt Reynolds have been as the voice of Kit? No, serious. That would have been awesome.
It's funny because Striptease was on TV last night. No.
Do you know, I could, hand on heart, I've never watched Striptease, the movie.
I think I've seen half of it.
Have you?
I don't remember it.
Did you get too excited and couldn't finish?
No.
Anyway, back to it. Costuming. You're self-taught.
Yes, I am. Mostly, pretty much for the fact that I'm so freaking big.
You are a tall man.
I am very tall.
Can we get a quick measurement-wise? What are you?
2 meters 13. I have
What's
no
that
idea what that
in
is in
feet?
feet.
Okay.
Everyone tells me something different. Everything from 6'4" to 7 foot.
What is it in feet? Ronald McDonald-sized feet.
It'd be
Okay.
like 7 foot something.
Would it? You're tall.
I'm tall.
You are. You also made an awesome Batman costume that you wore to Supernova Gold Coast.
Yes.
In April of 2012.
And for our premiere here in Birchcar and Coyle.
You did too, yes. You've also dressed as Jack Sparrow for Kaboom Comics. You came down one day dressed as Jack Sparrow one afternoon, which was fantastic. We had people walk in and they freaked. They were just like, it's Johnny Depp! And I'm like, hey, we're good, but we're not that good. We couldn't afford Johnny Depp. We couldn't.
It's just some drunk bloke on rum.
Yeah.
we just whack a hat on him. He's all good.
No,
Usually-
I didn't have the hat on that day. It wasn't me.
Drunk bloke. Yeah.
But you are totally, completely self-taught now. You got into it, what, in high school, I'm assuming? Or?
Yeah, but high school was pretty much making costumes for myself.
Really?
For the fact of couldn't afford them, couldn't even find them to make them. So
Yep.
just make your own. And from there, it just went on making it for friends, doing makeup effects, things like that. So.
Yeah. You're actually working with us in 2013 to do a zombie-style TV ad, aren't you? Which you looking forward to that? 'Cause
Oh, yes.
Like, tell me, do you love making your own blood and all that kind of stuff?
I've got like the best zombie blood recipe we found. You can eat it. It tastes like chocolate.
Really?
love
I have
it.
been told that I'm watching Face Off,
Yes.
the special effects kind of elimination, a bit like what would you call it? It's a reality TV
It's kind of like
series,
Survivor, but for makeup
but for
artists.
makeup
Makeup
artists.
artists.
And they said on there, each Hollywood makeup specialist has their own secret recipe for blood that
Yep.
they do. It's
Yep.
trade secret. They don't
Yeah.
share with anyone else. You've got to create your own and hope that it
You gotta
works. So you've created your own? Is
Oh,
it
I've got
goo-
my own.
Is it thick and gooey?
It's
and
nice to gooey, and I'll give you two. It's got a little bit of cocoa powder in it. So
Yep.
when the blood actually dries, you get that nasty dry blood effect.
That
Wait.
brownie sort of crusty.
Yeah, and on clothes it looks beautiful.
You'd be
And
fantastic
that's
at
what gives it
Zombie
its
Walk or
lovely
something like that,
chocolate
wouldn't you?
Flavour.
But we're filming that in early 2013, so you're going to get to go nuts and do a bunch of people. We might have to get the big fella here, co-host Ginge, with some zombie makeup on him as well.
Pop an eyeball, something like that.
Oh, wicked! I want to see
That's all right.
that.
That's all right. I can do it now.
He loves his cheap effects. He really does. That's because our budget does not cover it.
Sorry. I'll go back with computer graphics and actually make it pop out of my head.
He's a genius. He's that good. He really is. There you go. So, what would you tell young ones today if they want to go out and learn how to do special effects? Just try it, trial and error.
Pretty much, yeah, most of the effects artists, makeup, anything like that, costumes, they did it themselves for a very long time.
That's the best way to learn. Do it yourself.
You just look at everyone else. Like special features on DVDs are actually some of the best ways to find little cheap tricks and things
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
right.
And use your own ideas.
Yep.
Just go from every different angle you can look at.
Fake it until you make it. There you go. We've got more coming up after this break on Geek Speak Live. Thank you. Welcome back to Geek Speak Live. That ended abruptly, didn't it?
Do you know,
I'm sure there is a gas leak in our auditorium here tonight because our live audience is kind of like, clap, clap, clap.
Stop.
Sorry about that.
I always remember I went and saw Stephen K. Amos live
Yes,
in concert.
very good comedian. Very good.
And there would always be one or two people clapping just like after it. And he's like, if you're going to clap together, don't just clap once because it sounds like a cow.
What words from Stephen K. Amos. Of course, our special guest tonight, the fantastic makeup artist, prop maker extraordinaire, Mr. Nick Scotney. Give him a round of applause, folks. How good is he?
Shucks.
Wow.
Whoa, there you go. You're popular. I tell you. Wade and I never get that response. We usually get the opposite. It's like boo. Or it's just
Can you hear that cricket?
that. I'm gonna. Some news came out today. They've released a list of least bankable Hollywood stars. Okay,
Now, there's a lot
That's
of
a long
people on
list.
this list.
Well, we got the top
You wouldn't
10.
have thought. Like, there is a lot of people on this list that I would have thought
I thought we're
great celebrities.
We're pretty and they've had a few good films. But so we're going to kick it off. Number 10 on this list of least bankable stars in Hollywood at the moment: Sarah Jessica Parker, old horseface herself. Sex and the City star Sarah Jessica Parker. She is sitting at number 10. Apparently, She only brings in $7 for every dollar paid on that film.
Go watch the
That's
latest.
because half of the budget was her.
Well, yeah.
Go watch the latest episode of The Film Riot.
Yeah, they
Check it
do,
out
they
on
do
YouTube.
a great takeoff of Sarah Jessica Parker. It's horsey.
It's hauntingly accurate.
Sitting at number 9, this was a shock for me, because he had The Watch out this year, he's had Tower Heist and everything else. Ben Stiller is coming in at number 9. He makes $6.50 for every dollar paid. That's what he brings back into the studio.
Yeah.
So for every dollar they pay out, he's only bringing in $6.50 in return. Right, he's sitting at number 9. This is a big surprise. Denzel Washington at number 8.
And the only reason they put Denzel Washington in this is because of the Book of Eli and movies such as
That
that.
one bombed badly. Working at the cinemas, we pretty much had 3 people per session.
Really? That's pretty sad. Now, Mila Kunis in that movie?
Yes.
I love her. She got voted sexiest woman this year, and I think Mila Kunis is... Can I get a quick clap for Mila Kunis? Oh, you getting more! I don't know what our crew is calling out, but that's just scary. Adam Sandler, this is a shock to me because he had That's My Boy this year, which was a bit of a comedy surprise. A lot of fans watched it and went, that was really good. I watched it
It
and
brought
went,
back a lot of the old 80s people, so...
it did. But Adam Sandler, apparently $6.30 for every dollar paid out.
Wow.
So he's not bringing in enough. This one is it's a bit of a surprise. I love him as an actor, but his career lately, he's doing the films just for money because he lost a lot in the GFC. Nick Cage. Nicolas Cage is sitting at number 6. Now, he's only bringing in $6 for every dollar paid out.
You'd be doing any movie you could to try and buy back your Superman comic collection.
Well, you would. That's what happens when you marry Lisa Marie Presley, right? She makes you get rid of your comics. That's a word of advice. Don't marry a woman. You know what? If she's not worth it. If a woman says to you got to get rid of your comics, kick her to the curb. She's not good enough for you. Let me tell you. That's why I'm still single. Anyway,
You haven't met Lisa Marie Presley.
I haven't met Lisa Marie Presley. I tell you what, I would though. I would.
You'd throw away the entire shop.
I'd burn my comics. I'd be like, yes, Lisa Marie. Can I touch your daddy's?
I can see you walking away with the match.
Chairs?
No. What, would you really? After Michael Jackson's sort of...
I'm pretty
was
sure
married to her?
I'm pretty sure Michael Jackson hadn't been there. Anyway, Nick Cage is sitting at number 6. Jack Black, has he had anything this year? He's sitting at number 5, Jack
the last
Black.
thing I saw him in was Gulliver's Travels.
Yeah.
God, I haven't seen that.
That
That's
was
a lie.
what?
I
2
saw One Beast. Is it one? Year One.
Yeah.
Him and Michael Cena. Oh, that was a horrible film. That was rubbish.
We watched that one like on a midnight screening, and yeah.
Jack Black in what's the one? School of Rock. I like him in that.
Yeah.
I thought School of Rock was good.
I think everyone enjoyed that movie.
Going way back, he was in High Fidelity, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
He was with John Cusack.
If you go back into his IMDb profile, he was in a television series where he was playing a superhero-esque character,
Really?
like an astronaut character, and he was buff back
Jack
then.
Black.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's the same Jack.
It's the same Jack Black, and you look, holy crap, what happened?
He was
There's
in one
hope
of
for you and I yet, Ginge.
One of the
You,
never-ending
maybe.
stories.
I don't know about me.
I'm looking all right.
Out too.
Sorry,
Hey?
mate.
He was in one of the never-ending story sequels.
No,
No
way.
It was
way.
like the 3rd or the 4th one. He was like this bully. Well, he was big, but he still had that gut starting up then. But
Wow.
Are you saying all big people are bullies?
Yes.
You're tall,
You
Nick.
keep picking on me. That's what it is. You're a bully, Ginge.
No, I'm
King
a
of
redhead.
Same thing. Sitting at number 4. Big surprise because she was, like a couple of years ago, she was one of the bankable stars. Sandra Bullock.
Really?
Yeah, sitting at number 4 on the least bankable list. Reese Witherspoon at number 3.
I really don't
What was the last
understand
film
this.
she did? Legally Blonde 2? I don't know.
She had,
She's had
there was
kids.
something
She's
else
had
recent,
other
but it was
movies,
never
though.
big movies.
No, but she's sitting at number 3. Catherine Heigl is coming. Heigl, is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Grey's Anatomy chick?
Yeah, but
She was in Knocked
The
Up.
last one was what, The Ugly Truth?
I haven't seen it.
wasn't she in the... yeah.
I had a
dresses.
bunch of people come to me when Knocked Up came out. They're like, funniest movie I've seen. You should watch it. I watched it and I went, ugh. It did nothing for me, Knocked Up.
I don't,
I haven't
rate
even
her
seen
as
it.
an
But
actress.
there's an unofficial sequel coming out to that one.
Is it? I thought
I
it's
Am
called Paul
40.
Rudd.
Yeah.
Oh, this is 40.
This is 40.
It's the same, like they almost play the same couple, don't they? Him
They are-
and
they are the
the
same
blonde
couple.
chick.
Just not the same actors.
No, they are the blonde chick.
they?
Yeah, that was in. Played Catherine Heigl's sister in
well, there
Knocked
you go.
Up.
I haven't
How
seen it.
sad is it we know this stuff? Honestly, I sit there on YouTube all day just watching
That's
trailers.
because she's married to Judd Apatow.
Oh, that explains everything. What about Paul Rudd? What does he just come around for Sunday dinner and stays and
Well,
they're just
mate.
like, hey, let's do a movie together?
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, we'll work with you. Number 1, can I get a drum roll, please? What? Hello, we've got a bunch of African drumming nations in here tonight or something like that. Number 1, it is the FU man himself, the man from Beverly Hills Cop, Haunted Mansion. What else was he in? Flubber? Was he in Flubber? No, that was... sorry, that was Robin
Professor?
Williams. It's not Robin Williams. No. It is... Eddie Murphy is the least bankable star in Hollywood at the moment. He brings in $2.30 for every dollar paid out.
That's really...
Do you think it was because he went to Disney? He became Disney, like he did Haunted
Disney
Mansion, he did Daddy Daycare.
What was the one where he was like himself inside the robot of himself?
Meet Dave or something? Is that the name of it? Meet Dave?
What's the one in the fat suit where he plays all the different
Nutty
characters?
Professor?
Nutty Professor. Well, that was it.
And then he played there was that other movie where...
Dr.
Norbit.
Dolittle. He did Dr.
Remember
Norbit.
Norbit.
Where he
And
played
that was
all
a
the
really...
Dr. Dolittle.
Yeah.
It was sad. Like, but that's surprising. Eddie Murphy, the guy who did Delirious and Raw and you know Beverly Hills Cop. Give a clap for Raw and Delirious.
Yeah.
Some of the best stand-up comedy to date.
And he was young. He was
young back then. And then he signed to Disney, the evil mouse corporation, and look what he became the least bankable star in Hollywood.
Are you going to put the in quotations?
No,
allegedly?
bugger, Disney's evil. We all know it. It's the house of mouse.
We know it's evil because they're now bringing back Star Wars to Marvel.
Oh, that is right.
Star Wars comics are going to be brought back out.
We'll have to have a chat about that later on the podcast. But there you go. Eddie Murphy. He's the least...
I know you,
Eddie. He's the least bankable star in Hollywood at the moment. Coming up after the break, we will have, of course, more Geek Speak Live. We'll be talking about Mallrats. Stay tuned. Thank you. Welcome back to Geek Speak Live. Of course, we've got special guests in tonight, Mr. Nick Scotney, makeup and prop maker extraordinaire. This guy is a legend in the field. Now,
I feel
you got someone who loves you a lot in the audience, and what I'm worried about, it's another guy.
Did he bring
$20 after?
Yeah. Did he bring his own entourage?
I think he did. He's got his own entourage. That's the sign of big ego right there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
We're going back in time, gents. Do the... Okay, we're going to a retro review here. Nick, you're a Mallrats fan, obviously. Kevin Smith fan.
Mallrats, yes.
Do you know, we were both saying today, Ginger and I were talking today, this is our first film, both of us, our first exposure to Kevin Smith, Mallrats. It was the first, we hadn't seen Clerks. I was home from school one day, sick, lying on the couch. Well, when I say sick, it was grade 12 and I just didn't feel like going to school.
Maybe it was like the athletics carnival or something
it was
like
something
that.
like I never went to any of them things. Explains a lot, doesn't it? But anyway, I was laying on the couch, this comes on, daytime movie, and I loved it. It was a bit censored back then, I've seen the uncut version since. But that was Kevin Smith's second movie. He'd done Clerks on a next, what was it, 20 grand? 20 grand he made that film for? Something like that.
Money.
Then the studio came along and went, we want you to remake Porky's. Essentially, it was Porky's for a new generation. And so he made Mallrats. Now, it got panned by the critics, didn't make a lot of money at the time. It's become a cult hit since.
It was made on like $6 million though, right?
Yeah, he had no idea. Like, he's like, I can make it for like 2 mil. And they're like, no. 6 million, that's the budget or whatever. You know,
That's how much real movies cost.
This is what real movies cost.
That one, so they just like make gold toilets.
So it had some cool. Was it Jeremy London? Jeremy London in it. Jason Lee, his first acting appearance, and he's gone on to be
Shannon Doherty.
He's been in every other Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob type film, View Askew film. Since then, he's made a cameo. Ben Affleck as the he's the guy who runs the douche who runs the gentleman's store. Ethan Suplee is in it as well. Michael Rooker, who's currently Walking Dead. He plays Daryl's brother. I can't think of his name. Merle. He plays Merle.
Is that guy?
That's that guy there.
That's the guy that was the competitor in Days of Thunder, right?
Yes, I think,
Tom Cruise.
I think he was. Yes, there you go. And of course, Jason Mewes and Kevin Smith playing Jay and Silent Bob. Yeah. What an awesome film. Nick, what would you give it out of 5? Geek Speak rating.
For the fact that was one of the ones that I loved when I was little, I'd have to give it a 5.
5, Ginge, what would you give it?
Yeah, I loved that movie, and to this day, it's my favourite Kevin Smith
same
film.
Actually, I'm a fan of Chasing Amy myself, but this is high on the list for me.
The fact
I'm
that
giving it a 4.5.
you bring out a grappling hook with Batman stuff in there.
And that classic line, fly, fat ass, fly. I love that. And do you know what? Kevin Smith apparently has people yell that out to him at conventions. That.
Oh, really?
He'll be up there doing a panel and someone will always yell out, fly, fat ass, fly. You know, and he's like, yep, cool, thanks for the Mallrats.
Thanks for supporting the movie.
And also, that classic line, hey, would you like a chocolate-covered pretzel? Classic from that movie right there. Mallrats, pop along and grab a copy from any great DVD retailer today. Now, if you haven't If you're lucky enough to go over and actually get to meet Kevin Smith or Jason Mewes, like Ginge and I were back in 2006,
years ago.
they had signed editions by Kevin Smith, but Jason Mewes, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, Jason Mewes signed it as well. Ginge, that is awesome. That's out of your collection.
Yes, it is.
We've got to give a prize to our guest tonight, so he gets that.
Oh, well, hey.
Run with it, Nick, run. Now, I want to talk, there you go. So 4.5 from me, 5 from you, 5 from you. More rats. Two thumbs up?
3 thumbs up.
3. Can someone throw a third in there? Looks weird if I do
There
it
you
myself. There you go. Now, Nick, we're going to showcase some of your props.
Yes.
You brought along something special tonight. This is like show and tell all over again. It's like school.
Let's look through the round window.
I see Nick. Hold it up, sir. This is...
We brought, this one was one we made for a special little kids event for Beauty and the Beast.
Look at that. That is wicked. Can I take... Oh, my
Go
God.
for
My
it.
hand
Go
can
for
fit
it.
right up in
Can
his
I
head.
put that on?
Look at that. Can you put it on? He looks like a beast at the best of times. Put it on, big fella.
I can't see where I can put it on.
And the great thing about this thing is you have zero visibility in it because you look through his mouth.
Oh, do you? Can we get that? Is that on camera? Check that. Oh. Talk.
Beautiful.
Hey, Ginge. You look like you do on a Sunday morning. Only
shave.
hairier.
Hang on, what?
Nick, you made that from scratch.
Made that one from scratch?
Now, what was this for? This was for...
That was for, we had like a kids club sort of premiere for Beauty and the Beast 3D when they brought it back out.
Yep.
Made a full Beast costume, and with my friends, the lovely Anna, we got the full big yellow ball gown dress as well.
Oh, yes.
And we did a little thing for the kids.
That's
which,
fantastic.
when we did that one, as the day went along, the visibility got less and less. We're doing a ballroom dance in that thing was not fun.
I bet it wasn't. But yeah, you made the rest of the costume to go with
full
it. didn't you?
costume, big cape, things like that. Fuzzy paws, fuzzy feet.
Really?
Which was
You went all
beautiful.
out.
It was so-
Oh, there you go. That's pretty wicked. Thanks for bringing that in, Nick. That's
right.
wonderful. And you better show us your Batman cowl real
Have to
quick.
show the best one of all.
The best one, because we are DC fans here on the podcast. Can you see that there? It's on screen.
And a little bit fell out.
There you go. Can I hold that up?
Go for that.
That is a wicked Batman
And the
cowl.
fun thing about this one is you can beat the hell out of them.
Please don't beat the hell out of me. There
I think
you
you
go.
need to put that one on since I put this one on.
There you go.
No, I thought you
For
needed to
me,
put it on.
no, I'm too pretty to put it on. It's in my contract. You can't cover the face. Anyway, there you go. It's time to get along to the Geek Speak Super Round. Are you ready for this, Nick?
You
I'm ready.
put the mask on, Nick. Put the
No,
mask
don't
on.
put the mask. Actually, put the Batman mask on. We'll do it with the Batman mask.
Do you want the chin piece too?
No, throw it on.
All right, we'll go for the full. We'll go full Batman here.
Throw it on. Now, you must answer these pretty quick, okay? Now, 5 questions, and I want you to answer them first thing that comes to your mind. The Geek Speak Super Round. Can we get a round of applause for that right there? Okay. Thank you. This is going to be an oh, God, that's a scary Batman. This is going to be an obvious one, straight up.
No,
DC
ask him his name first.
Okay, what's your name?
I'm Batman.
Oh, God. See what I've got to work with here on Geek Speak Live. DC or Marvel, sir? If you say Marvel, I'll kick you. I'll kick you. Now, I've got to
I'll
ask,
go with DC on this one.
bat boxes or bat briefs?
Ooh, that's tricky because I own both.
Do you wear both at once?
I no.
I do. It's kind of weird. I like the security, but the freedom. It's just weird.
Sometimes you got to party, you know.
And now, because you work in cinema or DVD experience?
See, that one's tricky. Cinema, if you've got that great experience. You know, you come along to the movies and everything's like dressed up and fun, that sort of stuff. That's what you want. But
That is what you want.
when it's not, yeah, DVD.
Yeah, DVD. Disney or Warner Brothers?
See, that's tricky. You got a guy here that's got a Beast costume and a Batman, so this is not fair.
You got to pick one or the other.
Oh, come on.
It's like
See,
picking
I've leaned
favourite
towards
children.
Disney for the fact of I loved it since I was a kid, but
Yep.
you know, it's got Batman, so I'm going to go Warner Brothers.
Give him a clap for that, Warner Brothers. How good is that? And the final one, and this is because you're a costume creator, I don't know what your reaction will be to this. Leather or spandex?
Ooh, that's tricky. You know, spandex, great, but who doesn't love a little bit of leather?
Leather, at least you can mould it. Looks more like if you were doing a Batman costume, you go leather.
Oh, no, actually, I've done spandex because you can actually put the foam and stuff underneath it and mold it.
Awesome, there you go.
So-
That is Nick's Geek Speak Super Round. That's his answers. They're pretty predictable, really, wasn't it? There you go, fantastic. Thank you for joining us on the podcast tonight. Thank you very much, Mr. Nick Scotney. Can I get a round of applause?
Thank you very much.
There you go, and a massive special thank you to my co-host with the most, Wade Copson.
On Pots and Pans.
Where do you go along to check us out on Facebook?
Facebook.com/GeekSpeak TV, YouTube.com/GeekSpeak Australia, and we're on iTunes, Podbean,
Stitcher. Sorry, I keep saying Sketcher. I don't know why. We'll be back, same bat time, same bat channel next week. Join us then, folks, for Geek Speak Live. Night.